What's up, y'all? Hello, hello, hello. Bro, YouTube is so weird. Okay, there we go. Cause for some reason YouTube did not like it's. If you guys don't understand what I'm talking about, so I stream on both YouTube and Twitch, and for some reason, when I clicked the live button, all of a sudden like YouTube didn't render in through. Like it's not. I don't know. It was so weird. Like YouTube decided not to be live at the same time, but it looks like it's okay now. But that was so weird because I checked, like, even checked on my YouTube channel. I'm like, why isn't it not going live? I literally just clicked the live button. That's so weird. But anyways, okay. There we go. Okay, hi guys. How are you? This is a little bit different than what I usually do. You always see me doing cozy games or horror games or something like that, but I decided to do something a little bit different today. So, I'm gonna be doing my very first tier list stream, and this is gonna be a regular occurrence kind of thing. Um, like not often, but maybe once in a while. Um, so you pick a topic, and then we figure out like what like to do a tier list on. So I decided for my very first tier list stream, we'll do marine animals. So for those I don't know, I actually do have a marine bio degree, and I have a little bit of some knowledge about certain marine animals, but not all of them. Just the ones that I was like taught in university when I got my degree and stuff. So also too, like, the theme of my entire like content creating journey is the ocean. I love the ocean. I find it very fascinating, and I hope you guys find certain animals that we're learning today fascinating too, because there's so many. Hi Joey. Hi, welcome in. Thank you for redeeming your daily seashell. I hope you're doing well. How are you? So yeah, so I find marine animals very, very interesting. Just the ocean overall, because if you guys don't know, we only discovered like less than 10% of the ocean. Like, the ocean is such a vast environment that there's so many things that we haven't even discovered yet, and it's like super scary but interesting at the same time. So I just find everything about the ocean very interesting, and marine animals have a very, very dear place in my heart, specifically sea turtles. So I decided, like, why not have our very first tier list stream as marine animals, ranking marine animals and stuff. Um, so feel free to like chat, lurk, do whatever it is to make you feel comfortable. If you guys don't agree with the ranking, let me know. Let me know, and then we can have a discussion about it, because sometimes I will probably have a ranking for a certain marine animal that you guys don't necessarily agree with. But if you guys don't agree with, state it in the chat, like, why you don't agree with it, and then we can just have like a back and forth kind of conversation. But okay, so I put up 22 marine animals that I am very, very interested in and I adore. So we're gonna do that, and we'll see how it goes. We'll see how the tier list stream goes, because honestly I want to do this as like a not a regular thing, but once in a while kind of thing, just to step away from gaming a bit, and let's just like chat, discuss with this community and stuff. So maybe sometime, mm, maybe tomorrow. Maybe I'll put up a poll up tomorrow, just to see what our next tier list stream is, like what's our topic or theme. I have a few in mind, but yeah, like, I'll put up a poll sometime soon, and then we'll take it from there. But I hope everybody is having a great day so far. Today's Tuesday, I know. Is Time is going by so fast, so fast. I don't even know how to keep up sometimes, but yeah. But I hope everybody is doing great, is doing fine, is taking care of themselves and all that jazz. So, without further ado, oh my gosh, we are in an ad break on Twitch. I did not realize that. See, sometimes I need to just go back and look at my chat sometimes whenever I'm streaming on Twitch, because sometimes I don't even know that I'm in an ad break. But we're in an ad break, so it should be over sometime. Like, I think in a few seconds. Give me a second. Mm-mm-mm. Sorry. Hold on. I think the ad should be no, it's still going. Marine talk without a field trip. Listen, we're gonna listen. This stream is kind of like a field trip in a way. Welcome back from the ads, everybody. For those that missed out on Twitch, so I said that maybe sometime tomorrow, later down the line, I'll put up a poll on my social media pages, either Twitter or Instagram. I'll put up a poll to suggest what kind of theme we do next. I have a couple in mind for the tier list stream, but I don't know if y'all would like it or not. So I'll just put up a poll and see what you guys like. But yeah, we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this once in a while. So it's not a regular occurrence thing. I just want to step away from gaming a bit and just chat it up with you guys. But Joey, going back to your comment, yeah. But this stream, Joey, is gonna be sort of like a field trip. We're gonna learn some things, some interesting things about the different marine stuff. I actually wrote down some interesting facts about certain marine animals, but I didn't do all of them, unfortunately, because I didn't have the time. I didn't have the time because I was like super busy with work and personal stuff. But I wrote a few interesting facts about each marine animal, so we're gonna go through them. And I probably would have to search up a few of them as well because I don't know much about them at the top of my head because I was in university for a while now. It's been what? When did I graduate? Like 4 years ago? 4 years ago? I graduated in 2021. Yeah, so 4 years ago. Ooh. Next month is going to be... Wait, next month is going to be 4 years. Oh my gosh, May. Yeah, next month is going to be 4 years. Damn, time is going by so fast, y'all. Shit. I just had a moment for a second. I was like, shit. It's been 4 years since I graduated. Oh my gosh, but okay. Okay. If you guys don't mind, we're gonna do like a little bit of some we're gonna have a little bit of some music. On YouTube, I have this software where I could save list my channel, both my channels, so my Twitch and YouTube channels, where I could play royalty free music. But I really do hope that I don't get copyright claim, even though it's safe listed, but I don't know. I'm just gonna risk it, and hopefully I don't get a copyright claim. If I do, I will probably would have to either like just cut out, like just delete the stream off of YouTube. I hate that, but I kind of don't want it to be like dead. Like I want some music behind. You know what I mean? Like some background music. Come on now. Okay, but I'm gonna risk it. And let's see how this goes. Okay. I hate these ads on this tier maker, bro. It's so annoying. Oh, sorry. Okay. I know you guys can't see the shenanigans that's going on, but yeah. Okay, I'm going to switch it over. Okay. These are the marine animals that I just searched up and stuff, so we're going to do this. For Twitch, you can isolate sources from your bot. Oh, yes, I heard about that. It sounded so complicated, though, but I was like, you know what? I need to sit down and, like, watch a tutorial of it. Because people were telling me about how you can isolate audio and stuff. But I had never actually took the time to actually sit down and, like, figure it out. Thank you so much for the lurk, French. I hope you're doing well. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I gotta figure that out, man. Like, there's so many things that I need to learn about, like, streaming and stuff. And I just need to take some time for myself and just go through videos and stuff. But thank you, Joey, for the advice. Thank you so much. But, like, I need to just crackle down on that. Okay. Okay. Let me switch over. You guys are gonna see a blank screen. I'm sorry. My desktop. Where is it? What the heck? It's not overly complicated. Oh, okay. I don't know, because when I hear you can isolate audio and stuff, I'm like, this sounds complicated. This sounds complicated already. Okay, display capture. There we go. Okay. Can you guys see it? Let me know if you can see it. You guys can see it, right? Oh my god. I need a stream deck so bad, but everything is so expensive now. It's ridiculous. Okay. Y'all, I'm gonna play some music. Ooh, is it loud? Okay. You guys can hear the music too, right? Let me know. Okay. Okay, so let me lower it down a bit just in case. I'll just lower it a bit. Okay. There we go. Yeah. Let me double check to see if my YouTube is okay. Because I'm only showing the Twitch chat on my phone. Okay. Everything seems to be okay. Okay. So, I have 22 marine animals here. I have 22 here. Wait, is it 22? Hold on. 1, 2... Oh, these two are the same. These are sea cucumbers. They're the same. They're just different species. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 20. I have 21. What was the 20? What was the last one? Hold on. I wrote it down. Whatever. Is the blue whale there? The blue whale is not there. Shoot, y'all. Hold on. Let me switch up. Let me switch back. I didn't put the blue whale on. I was like, the blue whale is not here. Okay. That's who I forgot. I can't forget about my friends. The blue whale. I appreciate them. Okay, okay, let me get the, no, this is not gonna work. I need to get a better picture. Okay, this picture seems to be okay. Sorry, y'all, I'm just, no, wrong image. Okay, this one seems good. Yeah, okay, blue whale. Okay, there we go. I forgot to add it. Because I was like, where's the blue whale at? Okay, that's everything. Sorry. Whew. Okay. Okay, let's switch back now. Okay. Hopefully you guys can see it. Okay, so we have 22 animals here. Okay, we're gonna start with the killer whale. Oh god. Killer whales are... I like them, but they're very aggressive animals. I don't know if you guys know, but you guys heard like recent incidences where trainers have been getting killed by killer whales or orcas. They're the same names. And I'm just like, damn, a few killer whales are giving themselves the whole entire species a bad name. Like, it's I don't know where I should put this in the ranking, because killer whales, I like them, but like y'all gotta chill sometimes. Y'all gotta chill. Hey Deadly, welcome to the stream. How are you? But they are very interesting animals. Let me just search up some facts about them. So orcas are apex predators. I would think they're aggressive from their name. Yeah, they really are aggressive. They're very aggressive. And they're apex predators. So apex predators are basically like, they're like the top predators. Or like, think of lions. Lions are apex. Tigers are apex. I'm trying to think of other animals. I think wolves are apex. I think they're apex. I think wolves are apex. So basically, apex predators are like, they're at the top of the food chain. So they be attacking everybody basically. Like, they're just top of, like, they're up there. Like, Nobody can stop them. Nobody can like mess with them. Like, think of lions, bro. Like, you can't mess with a lion. Same thing applies to the killer whale, bro. Like, killer whales are apex predators. They will come at you when they want to come at you, and they're very aggressive. Like, very, very aggressive. And but they have really, really high intelligence. And they have a very complex like social structure. Like, I remember when I was taught, I did a class on marine mammals. I think killer whales was one of the discussions that my prof was mentioning, and like, just their like social structure is so complex that even scientists are still trying to figure out to this day like how things work with killer whales sometimes. And like, there's studies on killer whales, but it's like, it's so complicated. So they also too, they have a long lifespan. Yes, I know that. They have a long lifespan. Their coloration helps them camouflage. They're great communicators. But yeah, orcas are very fast. And they're very smart hunters too. Like, they know how to hunt their prey, bro. They're very smart. Like, I would say killer whales and lions are up there when it comes to being smart about how their hunting skills and stuff. So, okay, so I would put this. Okay, let's see, where would I put this? Okay, I will put this. Oh, shoot. What the heck? Oh, no. What the heck? No way. Bro, as soon as I think... Bro, as soon as I put the thing in the tier maker, it just decided to hit me. Okay, I'm just gonna... Hold on. Killer whale is right here. I have it saved, so it's fine. So I'll put this in A. There we go. Okay, A. Sorry about that, y'all, but for some reason, as soon as I put all the... Hold on, let me control... control and highlight all of this and open. There we go. Sorry about that, y'all. I think there's another file here too, I think. Did I put the blue whale in? No, I didn't. Okay. Killer whales I'm putting in A, bro. A. I was gonna put it in S, but this is all preference, but I'll put it in A. I was gonna think of S because I'm just thinking about all the stuff that I mentioned. Like, they're apex predators, they're smart, they're extremely good at hunting and all that stuff. But at the same time, I'm just like, these killer whales are so aggressive. I don't know. I don't know. But like, yeah, A it is. Okay. Next is the nudibranch sea slugs, my favorite. One of my favorite animals. Oh my gosh. I love them so much. Okay, so nudibranchs. Some interesting facts about nudibranchs. Y'all, I don't know these at the top of my head, so bear with me. It's been so long since I learned about these guys. But actually, interesting thing, I did not know anything about sea slugs until one of my favorite profs who taught me invertebrate biology. I took a class and she made me fall in love with nudibranchs. Like, they're very, very interesting creatures. A lot of people don't know much about them, but I fell in love with them because of their pretty colors. Honestly, they're the most prettiest invertebrate slugs I've ever seen. Like, y'all think snails are pretty? I don't think y'all think snails are pretty. I don't think you guys think that slugs are pretty, but like, y'all would love sea slugs or nudibranchs. Like, they're very pretty. Like, they come in different shapes, sizes, colors, and they're just so pretty. So pretty. I fell in love with them as soon as I saw these guys, and I'm like, wow. Very interesting animals too. Yeah, so nudibranchs are also known as sea slugs and are part of the mollusca family. So mollusca is a ranking in the scientific The scientific the scale that we have. So we have different um rankings of how to like rank animals based off of species and stuff, or animals. So yeah, it's part of the mollusk, which is the phylum class. Um, yeah, so mollusca. So think of like yeah, sea slugs. Snails are mollusk. Clams are mollusk. Clams, mussels. No, barnacles are not. Barnacles are not mollusks. I think they're crustaceans. I think they're in the crustaceans. Yeah. So think of those like basically snails and stuff. Think of like mollusks as like snails and all that stuff. Um. So nudibranchs start life with a shell as larvae, and they continue to develop into adults. They break free of the shell. Um. What else? Hold on. Sorry. I'm just looking to see what else I could say. There's a lot of facts. Okay. So nudibranchs have two outward-facing nostrils known as rhinophores. They look similar to horns sticking out from the nudibranch. These rhinophores pick up scents in the water, which helps them navigate their surroundings and find food and other nudibranchs. These rhinophores are particularly helpful as nudibranchs have terrible eyesight. Yeah. I knew about that one. Yeah, so sometimes you would see, I wish I could show you guys, but I'm afraid to exit out of here because I don't know what this website's gonna do. But like, if you search up the like nudibranchs or sea slugs, you see like these two, like you see like horns. They look like horns, and but they're actually what helps them like navigate through the ocean and through the seabed, because they don't have good eyesight. Like their eyesight is very, very bad. And yeah, that's just their way of trying to navigate different things, find food, find other nudibranchs and all that stuff. So nudibranchs are carnivores, so their prey includes enemies, coral, algae, sponges, and even other nudibranchs. Some nudibranchs are very specific regarding their diets and only eat one type of food. Yeah, so they're carnivores, y'all. So they eat other nudibranchs, and they eat coral, algae, and all that stuff. But they eat other nudibranchs, which I did not know about. That's very interesting. Maybe I learned that in school, but I just don't remember. But they eat other nudibranchs if they really want to. If they really have to, like, they would eat each other. Crazy. So nudibranchs, how they get their colors, because you know how I mentioned how they have like different colors and stuff. So they actually get their color from their food. So the food that they consume, it makes them get the same color to whatever they're eating. So most of the time nudibranchs would eat like coral and sponges, right? And whatever color the coral, the sponge is, they will mimic that color, like whatever they eat. So that's why they tend to get their very pretty colors and stuff. And it's also too, it makes them easier to blend in with and camouflage with other corals and sponges, so that they could get away from their predators and stuff. Okay, so here's how they eat their food. So nudibranchs have two different ways of digesting food, which varies by species. So some nudibranchs have a beak and tooth-covered tongue they use to scoop food from rocks. Other nudibranchs suck in their food after pre-digesting its tissues with enzymes. Oh god. So yeah, so the way they eat is two different ways. So they have a beak and a tooth that can help them like scoop up food, especially because sometimes they're on the seabed, and then they would like, if they need to find food, especially food that's very much like in there, so they would have to like really get in there. So they would use their beak and tooth to help them try to get whatever food they need to eat, and then they would scoop it up. And then other nudibranchs, so other species of nudibranchs, they would suck in their food, basically. Okay, here are their predators. Their predators are sea turtles, fish, sea stars, as well as other nudibranchs. But unfortunately, pollution, habitat loss, and overfishing are all risk of nudibranch species. Yeah. Unfortunately, this world is shitty sometimes, and yeah, due to all those things like pollution, habitat loss, and overfishing, they're at risk. So that's very unfortunate, but okay. I listed all the facts. I hope you guys find it very interesting. These are one of my favorite animals that I enjoy. So, of course. Oh, you can't see it, can you? I wish I could move this. Oops, no. Hold on, let me move my camera. I'm gonna hide my webcam animation and I'm gonna move this. Sorry guys. So you guys can see it. I know you guys can't see it. Okay, there we go. Okay. I'm just gonna remove my webcam animation because I don't have time to fix it up and stuff. It's gonna take a while to fix it up, and I don't know if you guys would want to see that, but okay. Hi Chrissy! Hi! Welcome to the stream. How are you? Okay. So I listed all the facts, a little bit of some facts about nudibranchs. They're one of my favorites, like I said before, just because of their pretty colors and just how interesting they are. So of course, I'm gonna put this in S tier. Come on now. Even I'm sorry, I'm biased, but I'm gonna put this in S tier. Sorry. I might move these around. You never know. I might move these around. I might change my mind. But yeah. Okay. Put it S tier. Hey, it's your tier list. I know. But sometimes, you know, like, sometimes people will be like, actually, I disagree. This is not supposed to be in this rank. But yeah. You're right, Chrissy. It's my tier list. So I can do whatever I want. I can do whatever I want. Okay. Okay, so next animal, the great white shark. Okay. Exactly. I like how you spelled it though. That's pretty cute. Okay. Great white shark. Okay. Y'all already know where I'm gonna put this animal. Sharks are amazing. But the great white shark, y'all aren't gonna mess with them. Like, great white sharks? I know you guys, like, probably hear it. Well, obviously, yeah, you would hear it a lot in media and pop culture, like Jaws and, even in documentaries and stuff about how aggressive and dangerous they are. But, as long as you don't, like, okay, so here's the thing, like, a lot of people have very much like negative things to say about great white sharks just because of how you hear a lot in the news and the media, especially about like great white sharks and stuff, and how you hear about how like people get bitten or people lose a limb or just get killed instantly by great white sharks. But I just feel like sometimes the media really likes to be too aggressive when it comes to great white sharks. Like, they be doing too much sometimes. They're literally sea monsters in my opinion. What is your tier list based off of? What is the criteria to make it so S tier? Okay. Okay, so not gonna lie, my tier list is based off of personal preference, like favorites. But at the same time, it also has to do with like their behaviors and how they move around in this environment of the ocean and stuff. Like different facts about them that make me be like, this sounds like a S tier animal. You know what I mean? Like, or an A tier or a B tier or C tier. Like their behaviors, the way they hunt, their just like their colors, like all those kind of things. But also too, 75, no, I should say 75%. 80% is just my personal preference. It's based off of like my favorite animals too. So this tier list is kind of flawed because it's, on one hand, it's about like the different facts that we hear about these animals that make me be like, okay, this goes in this ranking, but at the same time, it's also my personal preference, like my favorites. Okay, so the most interesting marine animals to you. Yeah, basically. But I put nudibranchs in S tier just because they're one of my favorite animals. But then again, some people might be like, based off of the facts I just stated, it's lower than that. But I'm like, I don't care. It's one of my favorites. I'm gonna put it in S tier anyways. But yeah, going back to great white sharks. So when I first like got into like my degree and started going classes and stuff, like I was so at first, like my first impression of great white sharks is based off of everybody else's. Like they're monsters, they're crazy, they're aggressive, they're just evil, because of the different things that I hear about in media, especially like in movies and shows and just on the news. But then when I started learning more about them, I'm like, okay, y'all are just doing too much. But I'm not negating like all the stuff that has been going on with great white sharks and stuff. Like I'm not negating that at all, but it's just that like some people are just going based off of what they see rather than just actually doing research and figuring out why they're the way that they are. But in my opinion, they're crazy. They're crazy. They're crazy. They are crazy. Not gonna lie, they are crazy. Some of the things that I hear about, like they could detect blood, y'all. They could detect blood. That is true. So if you like cut yourself and you start bleeding out in the ocean, they could detect that. They can detect that. That's 100% true. Hi, Sammy. Welcome back. Oh, not welcome back. Hi, what am I talking about? Hi, Sammy. Welcome to the stream. How are you? I said welcome back as if you just got here. Thank you so much for the alert, Bree. I appreciate you. I hope you're doing well. And thank you for the shout out. Can you give a shout out to Joey, Bree, and French too, if you don't mind? LOL, this is what you said. When I first started studying, great white sharks are crazy, but after learning about them, they're crazy. Listen, okay. When I say crazy, I don't mean like in like a negative way, like how some people portray them to be. I'm just saying like crazy as in very interesting when I say the word crazy. Like I was trying to find something else in my vocabulary to describe what I learned. But yeah, great white sharks are just very interesting. Very, very interesting animals. Very, very interesting animals. Hold on, let me... Okay. Of course. Thank you for giving everybody a shout out. They are interesting. So what tier are they? Okay. I'm putting them in S tier. Sorry. Oops. S tier it is. S tier? Just because of how interesting they are. Okay, I'm gonna give you some facts about great white sharks. They have these, on their, like, snouts, they have these, I forgot what it's called. But it's, like, basically, it's like a, I don't want to describe a metal detector. Oh, what's it called? Oh my gosh, hold on. I think, I forgot what it's called. I learned it in class. So we basically had like a whole entire discussion. Like it was like a half an hour discussion about the way that great white sharks detect. Is this sound? Oh my gosh, I forgot I know what it is. Detection. Detection system. Or shark tracker. Oh, no, not shark tracker. What? No. Okay. They have these things on their snouts. I forgot what it's called. Ooh, what's happening here? Can you make it a little bigger? I can actually. Hold on. Oh, thank you for redeeming your daily seashell, both Sammy and Chrissy. Okay, let me see if I could zoom in. Ooh, is it too big? Is it good? Sorry for the, like, the... Is it good now? Sorry for... I can remove this, actually. Let me remove this. To make it a little bit easier. Sorry for, the, like, the ads. Like, I can't do anything about that. Unless I get an ad blocker, but... I'm not risking it. What the heck is going on here? I can remove this as well. Oh, no. I'm keeping this because y'all can see my tabs. It gives a little bit of some privacy, a bit, even though it's you could see it still. Oh, but my camera's blocking some of it? Okay, hold on. Let me put this over here. That's easier. Can you see now? Sorry for like the different ad pop-ups. I can't do anything about that. I can't. Is it okay now? But I'm still looking for it. Hold on. I can't find it, but... Okay. There's a few things I know about great white sharks that I find very interesting. Okay, so they're apex predators, of course. Yes, much better? Okay. Okay. Thank you guys so much for letting me know. Because sometimes I don't realize until y'all let me know. But thank you. Okay, so a few interesting things about great white sharks. So they're apex predators, like I said before. So basically, they're like at the top of the food chain. Like, y'all can't mess with them. They're great hunters. Yeah, they hunt. They hunt. BRB, gotta get something to eat. Behave, chat. I hope you have a good dinner, Sammy. They're warm-blooded. So for those that don't know, so warm-blooded are basically like animals that could basically keep their internal temperature the same despite the environment that they're in. Like, say for example, like they're in warm, like cold water, their body temperatures would remain the same. Like they always have a constant internal temperature. They always do. So they could be in the most blistering cold ocean water, and they'll be like, nah, bro, I'm good. Like, I'm good. Like my body temperature is good. Like, I'm good. Whatever. What else? What else? Okay, they have amazing sense of smell. They really do. And that has to do with whatever that thing is called on their nose. I forgot what it's called. Hold on. Okay. Oh, they're not saying what it's called. So, according to originaldiving.com, so great white sharks have an amazing sense of smell. Yes, they do. They're well known for their ability to sense small amounts of blood. Like, small amounts of blood. Like, one drop, bro. One drop. So, if you cut yourself in the middle of the ocean by, like, I don't know, a sponge, a seashell, whatever, just one tiny bit of blood, they be running or swimming. I shouldn't say running, but swimming. They be swimming. Like that's how much of like their nose is like that good. And it has to do with whatever it is on the, I can't remember the name, but so this is very interesting. So great white sharks have toxic blood. So yes, Chrissy. Yes. It's a there I think it starts with the letter N. Don't they have like the sense for like these special wavelengths in the water, like electromagnetic, so they don't even have to see or smell? Yes, I forgot what it's called. Like those things that are on their snouts. It starts with the letter N, I think. That it could detect. It's basically they're like detect, like they could detect the electromagnetic field and like in the water and stuff based off of the wavelengths that it emits in the ocean. But I forgot what it's called. I think is it not? I forgot what it's called. But the things on their snouts is what helps them detect electromagnetic field in the ocean. But I forgot what it's called. But they have toxic blood. So research shows that their blood contains extremely high levels of mercury and arsenic. I forgot to LOL. I almost thought I was saying nonsense. No. You are actually absolutely correct. Hold on. Let me see if I could white shark, because this is gonna bother me for the rest of the day if I don't figure it out. Great white shark electromagnetic field. Oh yes, okay. I got that completely wrong. Like that does not start with the letter N. So great white sharks, like all sharks, possess a highly sensitive electroreceptive system called the ampullae of Lorenzini, which allows them to detect the weak electromagnetic fields generated by the movement of other marine life, helping them locate prey and navigate. Yes. So it's called the ampullae Lorenzini. Yeah, it's a sensory organ that helps detect like prey based off of the electromagnetic fields in the ocean and stuff, like their movements in the ocean. So for example, like if they come across, like say for example a jellyfish or something, they could like see, they could sense, I sense something, and then just based off of the wavelengths or the electromagnetic fields of the way the jellyfish are moving in the ocean, they can detect that, and they'd be like, oh, this is prey, let me run after it, or let me swim after it. It's crazy. They're S tier, bro. They are S tier. They are S tier. Yeah, they are S tier. They are S tier. That's crazy. I knew when I learned that they were most terrifying to me. Yeah, that's the thing too. That's why I say they're crazy. They're crazy because of just the way they hunt and the way their behaviors and just the way that they move work. Like, and they're super fast. That's why they're S tier, because they just be hunting. That's what they're known for. They're apex predators. They love to hunt, and I bet you they enjoy doing it. Like, it's crazy. They're very interesting. And they have toxic blood, like I said, that contain arsenic and mercury. And the reason they have such high concentration of heavy metals in their blood is due to a process called bioaccumulation. As top predators, sharks accumulate heavy metals in their tissues from all the prey they consume. Oh, that is crazy. See, this is why they're like the top dogs in the ocean. Literally, other animals can't even bite into them because their bloods are highly toxic. And the reason why their bloods are so highly toxic is because they're eating all these different prey they consume that contains heavy metals. That's crazy. I'm telling you, they're like the top dogs. If they were on land, we'd be cooked. I know, we would be cooked. Honestly, we would. We would be cooked. But they're S tier, y'all. They're S tier. S tier, S tier. Okay. Let's move on. Okay. Dolphins. Dolphins, dolphins, dolphins. Dolphins. Uh okay, so when I first learned about dolphins, no, okay, I'll give you my first impressions. Dolphins, amazing creatures. I always thought, yes, boom, amazing creatures. But when I started learning about that, I'm like, they're pieces of shit. They're oh my gosh. I don't know. I don't know. I just feel like they're annoying. They're annoying. Okay. Okay, let's see some interesting facts about dolphins. I don't know, I just find them I'm like, okay, whatever. Um so okay, so dolphins are carnivores. Um Wait, what the heck? Dolphins only sleep with half their brain? So dolphins and whales sleep in an unusual way called unihemispheric slow wave sleep. It basically means that they sleep with only half their brain. When a dolphin goes to sleep, it shuts down one hemisphere of its brain and closes the opposite eye. This allows the dolphin to monitor what's going on around them and to regulate breathing. While they are sleeping, some dolphins are motionless at the surface of the water. Other times they might swim slowly. Over a 24-hour period, each side of a dolphin's brain gets about 4 hours of sleep. Wow. Okay, this is interesting. I did not know about that. I don't think I ever learned about that in class. Dolphins evolved into the sleeping style for a few reasons. They need half their brain to control their breathing and also to watch out for danger while they rest. If they aren't aware of their surroundings, they could be prey for bigger ocean predators. Oh shit. Sleeping with half of their brain also allows a certain physiological processes like muscle movement to continue. These processes help warm-blooded mammals like dolphins maintain the body heat they need to okay. Okay. That's interesting. Aren't they smarter than humans in some ways? Yeah, they have a really high intelligence. But I can't remember. But like, I learned something about dolphins, and I'm like, wow, they are annoying. They are annoying. I can't remember what I think it had to do with their like how they like their social environment is. I can't remember. But yeah, they're extremely smart. Yeah. They say like they're smarter than an average human. Okay. Hold on. There was something that bothered me about dolphins that I'm like, they're annoying. I can't remember. Okay. Hold on. Oh, yes. Okay, y'all. That Okay, trigger warning for some people. So a lot of time, like their social behavior is so shitty. It's so shitty. I think this is one of the reasons why I'm like, they are so shitty. So the male dolphins, they gang up on the female dolphins, if you know what I mean. Like they harass the female dolphins. And yeah, that's what I was like, yeah, they're pieces of shit. Hold on. I was like, yeah, they gang up on female dolphins. Like it's like crazy. And the way they go about like mating and stuff, it's I was like, wow. Yeah. Yeah, they're very like I remember. Yes, I remember. We watched a bit of like a clip of how the male dolphins gang up on this female in order for mating, and it pissed me off so bad. I'm like, y'all are romanticizing dolphins, but they're actually pieces of shit. While you're a dolphin here, Aqua, I am, but at the same time, it's just the way they do things. I'm just like, why would you do that? Um, um, but yeah, there was a video clip. Like there was a clip I think we showed in class where they show like a gang of male dolphins were trying to like they're trying to find a mating partner, right? So they're like, hey, like they showed everything. Like it looked like a scene from a movie. So they basically like the male dolphins are like, hey, like we're trying to find a mating partner, like let's gang up on this female. So they gather all the male dolphins that they can, and then they just go after the female dolphins. Like it's crazy to the point. Yeah, I'm not gonna go any further detail, but like yeah, they're very aggressive. They're very, very aggressive, and the way they just do things in order to get their mating partners. Yeah. 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 Yeah, dolphin courtship. There's literally an article about like the way they do things. Yeah, I'm putting them in. Okay, let me find some other interesting facts, but okay. Let me just do this. Let me not hate on them too much. Okay. For good reason though, LOL. D tier on the Aqua tier list. I would actually put them in D list, honestly. Because of that reason, I don't like dolphins. Because, like, this is why, again, with media, like, some of them just love to romanticize certain animals, and then on the other hand, some of them just like to dogpile on certain animals. I'm like, y'all gotta do your research, man, because sometimes the animals that they dogpile on, they're not that bad. They're just finding a way to survive. But then on the other hand, when they romanticize different animals, I'm like, y'all don't know about these animals, bro. And dolphins is one of them. Okay. Because I was like, wait, what makes them a piece of shit? And then I remember when I searched it up, I'm like, okay. Okay, so dolphins live a long time. A group of dolphins is called a pod. Dolphins can swim more than 20 miles per hour. Yeah, they swim fast. They swim very fast. Dolphins do not have hair. Of course, everybody knows that. Like, look at them. They don't have hair. But yeah. Okay, we're moving on. D. D. I'm putting them in D, sorry. After all these facts, I'm like, yeah. Okay. Next. I did killer whales already. I don't know why it's there again. I think I accidentally put it up there. Okay. Next. Oops. Okay. Next is the sea cucumber. Okay, sea cucumbers are so interesting. I did not know that these things exist, but yeah, these guys are very interesting. They actually, oh my gosh, they actually squirt. Bro, should I say? Bro. Okay, let me. Okay, so I don't know if you guys seen this ever. You guys could watch a clip because I'm not gonna show it on stream. So they have this very strange behavior. Wow, what a surprise. Yeah, bottlenose dolphins, yeah. D tier, Chrissy, D tier. D tier. Not surprising, but D tier, y'all. D tier. Dolphins are pieces of shit. Sorry. Male dolphins. The female dolphins, you see, this is why I shouldn't categorize all dolphins. But yeah, it just put a, just the way they behave, especially like the male dolphins, is just poor female dolphins. That's all I gotta say. Okay, so going back to sea cucumbers, so they're very interesting. Their behaviors are very interesting. So when you pick them up, they're very, very sensitive and they get very startled easily. So they're invertebrates. So and are they invertebrates? I think no, they're not. I don't think so. Hold on. Because I remember teaching this in my invertebrate biology class. Are they invertebrates? Oh yes, they are. Okay, I was right. Okay. See, my marine bio knowledge is like slowly deteriorating. Oh my gosh. But yeah, they're invertebrates. So invertebrates basically mean they don't have a spine, basically. Sea cucumbers remind me of Stardew Valley. I know. When I first saw I think there are sea cucumbers in Stardew Valley. When I saw that, I was like, wait, they look very familiar. And I think they are sea cucumbers, but it reminds me so much of Stardew Valley. Okay, so going back to what I was about to say. So when you pick up like a sea cucumber, like if you find one in the ocean, they get very startled. Because they're like, what the heck? Like, who's picking me up? So what they do as not a scare tactic, but more of like the way they react to you picking it up, they get startled, you know, and they spit out like water when they get startled and stuff, because they have a lot of water built up in them, so they squirt it out, and sometimes they even throw up their own parts of their own body. So I think it's their intestines. I think it is their intestines. So like when they get startled, they would shoot out water, and then sometimes they would spit out their own intestines just because they're because they're startled. And that's why they always advise, like, don't pick them up if you don't know what you're doing, because they get very startled and they squirt out their own like body parts and their own and water, and it's like a defensive mechanism that they have. Hold on. So some interesting facts. So sea cucumbers are invertebrates. They're scavengers, so they eat whatever they find. I'm just finding some more. They have no brain or eyes. Yes. So yeah, they can't see anything, basically. They can't see nothing. And they don't have a brain either. So they're basically like, they're just there to eat and survive, basically. They're filter feeders, so they're filter feeders. So basically they use like their tentacles to help scavenge whatever they could find for food. Okay, yeah, so they actually breathe through their buttholes, their anuses. They call it respiratory trees. I wish I could show you a diagram. Wish I could show you a diagram, but I don't want to exit out of this. But like, search up if you want to search up sea cucumbers like their anatomy, and yeah, they breathe through their anus. They can regenerate. Yes, I remember this. They can regenerate. So if you cut a piece or body part of a sea cucumber, they could grow it back. They're ectoderms. They're part of the ectoderm. Yeah, they're part of the ectoderm family. So ectoderms are like starfishes. They're starfishes, sea cucumbers. Another one, like another famous ectoderm. Sand dollars, sea urchins, brittle stars. They're like skinny little starfishes. I say they're skinny starfishes, but they're a different species. They're a different animal. But yeah. But yeah, what makes it so interesting is the fact that they just spit out their own intestines as a defense mechanism, which is very interesting. Unfortunately, they are commercially exploited, so a lot of people want them. As like, I think it's used as like a delicacy, like a lot of people eat it. Which leads to like overfishing and like just people risking their species. And they have 2 feet, so they have like little tiny feet to help them move around in the ocean. So that's just a few things about sea cucumbers, but the one that's so interesting to me is the way that as a defense mechanism they just spit out their own intestines, and as a defense mechanism. So this is going in C tier. C tier it is. Okay. Horseshoe crabs. I don't know if you guys ever heard of horseshoe crabs. Horseshoe crabs are very, very interesting marine creatures. They're actually endangered right now just because of their blood. Like, their blood is very rare, and a lot of people hunt them down specifically for their blood, and they sell it on the black market, basically. So yeah, they have this, so their blood is blue, like bright blue. So whenever you extract blood from a horseshoe crab, it looks like a pretty blue color. And a lot of people love their blood to sell and stuff. And it's actually used, their blood is actually, studies have found that their blood could actually be used to help produce like vaccines and drugs, which is very interesting, because it contains like a certain is it a protein or something in their blood that can help them like just basically detect certain, like just to help them with like vaccines and drugs and all that stuff. And that's why they're in danger, because a lot of them want to use their blood for that purpose. But they die instantly. They die instantly as soon as you extract their blood from them. Yeah, they're good as dead. Like, they're dead. And that's why it's so important that we have to protect them, because yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, that's what it's called. It's called their blood, like whatever it is that they need in order to create the vaccine drugs. It's called limulus amiboxite lysate. So LAL, a substance used to test for bacterial toxins in medical products like vaccines and drugs. Yeah. And okay, and the reason why they have blue blood, I'm just looking this up, y'all. The reason why they have blue blood is due to the presence of hemocyanin. I hope I pronounced that right. It's a copper-based protein that carries oxygen. So that's why. It's just the protein that makes it blue. But yeah, they're very interesting. Let's find out some facts. Okay. Okay, okay. Sorry for the pause, y'all. I'm just... And welcome back from the ads, y'all, for those that are in ads. Okay. Okay. Okay, yeah, we know this. Horseshoe crabs, their blood is blue. They have 6 pairs of legs, but only 5 are for walking. Wow. Okay, so horseshoe crabs walk on 10 legs and use their last pair, called the chelicera, to move food into their mouths. They eat worms, algae, clams, and other small prey that they root out in the sediment on the ocean floor. Horseshoe crabs have no jaws, so they crush their meals between their legs before eating. Ooh, okay. Okay, okay. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. But yeah, that's the one that really stands out to me with horseshoe crabs. It's just because of their blood. They're very rare blood. They're blue blood that a lot of people just want. Most of the time, they want their blood for the drugs and stuff. Hey, yo, who does that? Oh, horseshoe crabs? Yeah. So, I was saying this before, Chrissy. So, horseshoe crabs, what stands out to me with horseshoe crabs that I learned is that they have really rare blood. Like, they have blue blood that a lot of people want. Specifically for, like, for drugs and to produce vaccines. But other times I heard that some people actually just love horseshoe crab's blood is because it's just how pretty it is and just how rare it is, and a lot of times like they sell it on the black market. That's what I heard. That's what I heard back in the when I learned about horseshoe crabs. Majority of the time they just want the blood because of like for vaccines and drugs and stuff, but sometimes they would just take it for their own personal use. And I think they're endangered. They're endangered because of the hunting, the overfishing, and just basically the over exploitation of them because of their blood. What else did we learn? Oh yeah, they have 10 legs, but they use the last pair of legs to help them hunt for food. So they grab the food and then they crush it with their legs and then they eat it. Yeah, I remember you saying that I was shocked about crushing prey between the legs. Oh, did I miss it before? Maybe I wasn't paying attention. Oh, okay. I didn't know it was still horseshoe crab. Yeah, that's crazy but cool. Yeah. Yeah, I think they're endangered right now. Hold on, let me see on the endangered list. Hold on. Yeah, they're endangered. They're still on the hold on, what's the like the endangered status? Yeah, they're on the vulnerable sector, which is like the vulnerable sector of the endangered status means they're endangered. They're part of that endangered section. Just because of the overexploitation and the overharvesting, yeah. And a lot of them are just heavily overexploited. And their population's heavily declining too. It's sad, but hey. Okay, I'll put this in A tier. I might move the killer whale. I'm still thinking about whether I should put it S tier or A tier, but yeah. I'll put it A tier. Actually, put it in B tier. Put it in B tier. Okay, so next is the beluga whale. Beluga whale. You see them a lot in marine parks. Beluga whales. I always say that like they're the big four-headed whales. my gosh. I always call them big heads or big forehead whales, but they're beluga whales. Oh god. So, I don't know much about beluga whales, to be honest with you. I don't know much about them. I think we just we skimmed. I don't remember much. I don't think we even covered beluga whales in the course that I took. I think we just skimmed through it. I think we just skimmed through it because one, we had to prepare for finals, and I think two, I think the prof was just rushing the content that we were learning about, just because we had to prepare ourselves for the finals. But I think we just skimmed through it. Okay. Hey King, how are you? What are you talking about? Okay, so this is a tier list stream, and basically the topic for the tier list stream is marine animals. So basically we're going through each animal that I have listed down here below, and we're just going through each animal and learning about different facts about them and stuff. And then we're ranking them. Well, I'm ranking them. So right now we're on the beluga whale right now, and I don't know anything about beluga whales. I don't remember anything. I don't think we even covered beluga whales. So I'm just searching up different interesting facts about the different marine animals and then just ranking them based off of facts and also personal preference, like my favorites. So yeah, but beluga whales, I don't remember. Thank you for giving King a shout out, Sammy, and welcome back. If you're still eating, go eat. But if you're back, welcome back. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah. So we're just going through each animal that I have listed down here and then just reading up on different facts about them. Okay, so beluga whales. Beluga whales are slow swimmers. Beluga whales travel at an average speed of 2 to 6 miles per hour. Whoa, they're slow. They are really slow. That's 3 to 9 kilometers per hour. They are very slow. Wow, I did not know they're slow. Wow. But wouldn't that make them vulnerable against sharks and other apex predators like killer whales and stuff? Or are killer whales faster than beluga whales? Because if they're really slow and they're trying to get away from somebody, like say for example a shark or something, they might as well be dead. I'm lurking right now. I'm working out right now. Oh, okay. Have a great workout. And thank you for the lurk. I appreciate it. I heard you talking about endangered animals. It made me think of a news report I heard today. Ooh. Are you talking about the dire wolves one? I heard about that. How they basically took the DNA of extinct dire wolves and basically revived them or re-instinct them. I heard about that. If that's what you're talking about. That is crazy. But some people are saying online that the dire wolves that they made are not dire wolves. But I'm like, okay, I gotta read up about that because I'm not just going based off of somebody on the internet, especially on Twitter. So I'm gonna read it up myself and see how they did it. That's crazy. Exactly what I was talking about. Yeah, okay. Yes, I heard about that. But I'm not believing anybody on the internet because they're saying, oh, they did not make dire wolves. I'm like, so then why is it such a big deal then? That's scary. Or are you talking about the dire wolves topic, Chrissy? They went on to say that by 2028 they can bring back the woolly mammoth. Oh my god. That's crazy. Because if you guys don't know, woolly mammoths are huge. They're very, very big. They're bigger than elephants. They're bigger than elephants. So if they could bring back the woolly mammoth, imagine if they could bring back the The dinosaurs, bro. Yeah, real life Jurassic Park. Exactly, King. Exactly. Like, imagine if they could bring back the dinosaurs, bro. Like, oh my gosh, that's crazy. If they bring back the woolly mammoth, that will be crazy. But I'm like, but this is not like well, the direwolves thing is not is new information, but like what I'm saying is like scientists are actually taking DNA samples from extinct animals and they're trying to bring them back. It's not like a new concept and stuff. Like they've been doing it for a while, but they're just not as successful. Yeah, they're not as successful when it comes to doing that. But they're trying to bring back certain animals. Like, I think there was an animal that they were trying to bring back. I think it's a one of like a bird. Is it a dodo bird? I think it was a dodo bird. I heard they were trying to bring that back too, but I could be wrong. But yeah, they're trying to bring back certain animals. I'm like, y'all, maybe it's best if they just if they just stay dead. I'm sorry. I shouldn't be saying that, but like some animals are too scary to bring back. Like the dinosaurs. Like imagine bringing back the T-Rex, bro. We're cooked. Yes, I was responding to your direwolf comment. Yeah, it's pretty scary. It's pretty scary. Like I don't know what they could bring back, but please please don't bring back the dinosaurs. I mean, like maybe certain dinosaurs that are like very very calm and collected, but like imagine bringing back the T-Rex, bro. No. But why would they want to bring back the woolly mammoth? I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. Who knows? Scientists be doing some strange things sometimes. I'm like, can we focus on something else, like how to stop climate change and stuff, or how to reduce climate like global warming and stuff? But yeah, some of them are just very very too much into DNA sampling and just doing these weird experiments and stuff. And I'm like, y'all need to relax. With that. It can't fit nowhere. Exactly. Like, because I know woolly mammoths are very known in very cold climates. So imagine just plopping a woolly mammoth in the middle of the Arctic. And it's melting too. So where are they going to go? They're going to go back extinct again. They're going to go back extinct again. They're going to go back. Because our Arctic is warming up, bro. Like, yeah, they're gonna go back extinct again, bro. The direwolves they made were so cute, though. They were pure. Yes, they were. I saw them. And the way the guy was holding it like a puppy, I was like, this is so cute. This is so cute. Let me see if I can find the picture. It's so cute. I was like, oh my god. So cute. Oh my god, yes! The first thing I typed in was direwolf. The first thing that I saw as soon as I typed in direwolves was the guy holding the direwolves in his hands. It's so cute. So cute. Let me see if I can find the news report posted in here. Okay. Ooh. That's the link to the news report if anyone wants to look at it. Okay, thank you so much, King. I'll definitely... Hold on, let me copy and paste it on my phone. Because unfortunately, I would play the video, but I'm streaming on YouTube. And YouTube is very, very... They're very, very stingy when it comes to playing videos, certain videos. Let me refresh my app. The Twitch app, I don't know what's going on with the Twitch app. It's so buggy for me. Let me see. Okay, there we go. Let me copy it. Copy. Okay, there we go. I'm gonna watch it after the stream while I eat my dinner. Okay, there we go. Thank you, King, so much for sharing the information in the video. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna look at this. But yeah, I do my own research when it comes to things, especially when people are spewing nonsense, especially on Twitter. I don't trust Twitter these days when it comes to facts. Because you know who owns Twitter, y'all. You know who owns Twitter. And And yeah, the person that owns Twitter is very, very much of a piece of shit. You're welcome. Yeah. Okay. Okay, back to beluga whales, y'all. Okay. Yeah, they're very slow. So if they're up against a shark, good luck. I'm sorry. Because sharks are way, way faster than beluga whales. I don't know if sharks even hunt. Well, they're apex predators, so I assume they would hunt anything that they can find. Okay, so beluga whales eat a lot. Sorry for rubbing my eye. There's something in my eye, and I can't seem to get it out. There, yeah. I think it was like a either eyelash or like a piece of fabric from my shirt. Okay, I think it's gone now because I don't feel it anymore. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, so yeah, beluga whales eat a lot. A beluga whale consumes approximately 20 kilograms or about 60 pounds of food per day. If that doesn't seem like much to you, 27 kilograms of spaghetti is enough to feed 600 people. Holy shit. Y'all, beluga whales can eat. They could eat, man. Holy shit. They can eat. Okay. What else do we can learn about beluga whales? Okay, this is a very weird fact about beluga whales. A beluga whale's snot is an important research tool. Okay, y'all, listen to this again. A beluga whale's snot is an important research tool. What the heck? What do you mean by that? Luckily, they gave a description because I don't know what the heck are they talking about. Okay. Yes, you read that correctly. Snot, boogers, a bat in the cave, whatever you want to call it. A bat in the cave. I've never heard of that saying before, but okay. Whatever you want to call it, that's what researchers are collecting to learn more about beluga whales. Ew! They do this because a whale's snot contains hormones that tell us their stress levels and may even reveal their potential causes of their stress. Wow, that's interesting. Wow. So you could detect a beluga whale's stress levels by their snot because it contains a certain hormone. That's very interesting. Because yeah, because these days I know a lot of scientists, specifically marine biologists, or marine mammalogists, they're very much into detecting stress levels, especially these days because of climate change and global warming, and they want to see how they react to the environment that they're in and their stress levels and how they feel basically. So they just do different research and stuff, whatever research they're doing on a marine animal on. So this is actually a really good tool, just by detecting their stress levels by their snot. Very, very interesting. And I don't think when they go and get their snot, I don't think it's a very invasive procedure they have to do. Probably like, cause you know how they could get it from their blowholes, right? So like when they I don't know how they would collect it, but I don't think it's gonna be as invasive to collect whatever they need in order to detect that. But very interesting. Okay, so beluga whales are one of the most vocal types of whales. Often called the canaries of the sea, they are known for their iconic squeaks, pops, whistles, and chirps that communicate with other whales around them. There's a recording, but I can't play it. Sorry. I can't play it because it says I have to listen to it on the browser, and I'm on my phone, so I can't really listen to it. But yeah, any type of whale, like beluga whale, blue whales, they're very great communicators. Oh, thank you for the hydrate. I don't have my water with me. Hold on, I'll be right back. Let me go see if I can get my water. I'll just leave it right here. I'll be right back, guys. I won't put it to the be right back screen. I'll just quickly dip out. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. Sorry it took a little bit of some time because my mom was calling me, but okay, I got my water though. Thank you for the hydrate though. I don't know, for some reason I forgot my water bottle today. I don't know why. I always have my water bottle whenever I stream. It's just today. Okay. What was I saying about beluga whales again? Okay. Oh yeah. I was talking about whales in general. So any type of whale, whether it's beluga, blue, humpback, they're very great communicators. Like they, to this day, like scientists don't know what they're communicating. I don't think they still don't know what they're communicating about. But yeah, they're very great communicators. I think they're still trying to do more research about how, like, the way they sound, like the different sound waves they produce, or the different sounds, and like what they're talking about. I don't think anybody has discovered that yet. Okay, so the last fact about beluga whales, and then we could put it, based off of the facts, I'll rank it. Okay, so for beluga whales, female beluga whales, they do not give birth every year. So female beluga whales gestation pregnancy lasts for approximately 14 months, followed by a nursing period of around 18 months. Holy, wow. Imagine carrying your offspring for 14 months. Like women carry their babies for 9 months, but beluga whales, female beluga whales, carry it for 14 months. And then the nursing period is 18 months. That's insane. And because of lengthy pregnancies and calves' reliance on their mothers, females only produce approximately every 3 years. I feel like I butchered that a bit. Sorry. Okay, let me say this again. Because of lengthy pregnancies and calves' reliance on their mothers, females only reproduce approximately every 3 years. Which makes sense. Makes sense. Because imagine, like, nah, you can't. That would be too much taxing on the female beluga whale's body, bro. Imagine if you get pregnant every year. That's too much. And the way how long they will have to carry their offspring for, 14 months? Yeah. I need that break. No way, Jose. And also to the nursing period, like, whales are very much very motherly. Female whales are very motherly with their young. And yeah, they need that attentive care all the time and for a while. So I want to understand why they won't reproduce every year. Okay, we're done talking about that. So beluga whales, I'll put it in B. Okay, lobster. Next is lobster. We still got a few more left. Okay, lobster. We're gonna speed run through this. Lobsters. Bro, when I was, okay, so this is so funny. When I was searching up lobster, the first thing I see is cooked lobster, like the red cooked lobster. I'm like, y'all can't show me a proper picture. You have to show me when the lobster is cooked. That's wild, but I get it, because lobster it's a food that not everybody eats. Damn, yeah. Oh, are you talking about the beluga whale, Sammy? Yeah. Yeah, they carry their young for 14 months. Wow. Yeah, I would understand why they don't reproduce every year. Every other, yeah, they don't become pregnant every year. Okay. So lobsters. So lobsters are the crustaceans. So think of crabs. I think barnacles are crustaceans. Lobsters, of course. I feel like there's another one too, bro. Oh yeah, shrimp. Yes, shrimp. Krill. Think of your seafood boil. Think of your seafood boil. Those are all crustaceans, bro. Okay, so some fun facts about lobsters. Yeah, lobsters live long. Yes, that's one thing I learned about with lobsters. They live long time. They live a very long time. So, lobsters can live as long as 100 years. Perhaps due to being closely related to grasshoppers and tarantulas, lobsters are often referred to as bugs. Really? I could see that. Lobsters taste with their legs via chemosensory hairs that identify. Yes, I learned about that too. Yeah, they use their legs to detect, like to detect food and stuff. It's like a sensory mechanism they have. So okay, so this is very interesting about lobsters. Like their mating. So when lobsters mate, the eggs aren't fertilized right away. The female carries the male's sperm and chooses when to fertilize her eggs, depending on how cold the water is. So female lobsters may carry their eggs for up to a year. Yeah. So basically, the female lobsters will harvest the male sperm, and they're like, yeah, I can figure out whenever I want to give birth or whatever, or lay my eggs. Like, I don't have a certain point in time that I can lay my eggs. I'll just do it whenever. Depending on the temperature, though, they said, right? Yeah. Yeah. So depending on how cold the water is. Yeah. So lobsters eat voraciously after molting and will often consume their own recently emptied shells. Eating the old shell replenishes lost calcium and hastens the hardening of the new snail. Ooh, of the new shell, sorry. Okay, that's interesting. Wow. Wow. Okay. Lobsters. Ranking for lobsters. I'll put it in C. I don't find them very interesting. I do, but at the same time, I don't. If that makes sense. But yeah, they're there. Okay, so walrus. Walrus. The walrus. The walrus. Okay. I found walruses are very aggressive. I've seen some videos and some clips of walruses. I'm like, y'all be scrapping. Y'all be scrapping. Y'all go search up on videos, like different videos of walruses and how they fight. It's so interesting. Okay. Okay. Hold on. Just checking my chat. Just making sure that everything's okay, because sometimes it glitches out sometimes, like the chat. Oh, okay, sorry about that. Just wanted to make sure. Okay. I don't know much about walruses. All I know is they scrap. They scrap. Okay, so didn't I learn about walruses in school? I don't remember. Usually the ones that I don't remember, or I don't care much about. I don't care much about them, but okay, we'll move on. Okay, so walruses are large social marine animals with thick blubber, long tusks, and sensitive whiskers. Yeah. Okay, so yeah. So their tusks are used for everything, basically. To fight. Like I said before, they love to scrap, so they use their tusks to fight. Especially when it comes to two males fighting for a female's attention. I think they use their tusks to fight. So both the male and female walruses have tusks, which are elongated canine teeth that help them climb out of the water, defend themselves, and fight for dominance. Yeah, they love to fight. They love to fight, especially trying to gain dominance. Yeah. Blubber. Yeah, they're very much known for their blubber. Like, it's very, very thick. A thick layer of blubber protects walruses from the cold Arctic waters. Yeah. Usually when you see a lot of marine animals, specifically walruses or I think sea lions as well, they have very much thick blubber just to protect themselves from the cold and stuff. Because walruses are mostly found in the Arctic, so it makes sense. Walruses have brown, wrinkled skin and coarse, short hair. Yeah, they have a little bit of hair. Some hair. Their whiskers. So, walruses have sensitive whiskers or vibrissae that they use to find food on the ocean floor. They're social animals. Yes, they are. Walruses are very social animals, often congregating in large groups or herds both on land and in the water. They primarily eat mollusks, crustaceans, and worms, using their whiskers to find food on the ocean floor. Sleeping. So walruses can actually sleep on both land and in the water. Yes. This one's interesting. The way they sleep. Y'all search up a video or picture of the way they sleep. So they float at the surface or lying on the bottom. Like, if you guys ever seen it, it's very cool. But I'm like, y'all be sleeping in the water like that? That's crazy. But yeah. Okay, walruses. I'm just gonna speed run through them because, yeah. Walruses, I'll put in B tier. Oops. Put them in B tier. Okay, next, starfishes. Starfishes. Another ectoderm. Another ectoderm animal. So the sea cucumber and starfishes are part of the same phylum. So, 10 facts. Let's do some 10 facts. We're just gonna speed run through this so that we can come up with our ranking. Okay. Yes, this is very interesting. Oh, you're so cute. Thank you, Bree. Thank you. Okay, so starfishes don't have a brain or blood. I learned about this because I was like, I remember I think we did a starfish dissection. And I remember my prof was like, okay guys, y'all won't see blood in them starfish. And I'm like, huh? They don't have blood? Yeah, they don't have blood. They don't have blood at all. And they don't have a brain either. So starfish don't actually have a brain or even blood. In fact, they use filtered seawater to pump nutrients throughout their nervous system instead. Yeah, so they're technically filter feeders. So they suck in the water and then they have this system in their bodies where they just basically put all the nutrients in the places that they need, basically. But they don't have blood. Oh, where the fuck did you do a starfish dissection? Oh, I did it in school. So I think yeah, so when I took was it yeah, we did a dissection. We did a dissection for a couple of things. We did a squid one, a starfish, and I think we did was it a crab? I can't remember, but yeah, I did a few dissections in school, in university and stuff, and we did a starfish dissection. It was so hard. It was so hard because it's like, it's so complicated to explain, but basically you have the starfish and then you would have to like, the way you dissect it is it's so hard because they're in, like, you have to go in the middle mostly, because I think it is the middle is where we mostly worked with, because there's not much else in the rest of the starfish. I don't know what's in the middle. I think it's their heart or something. Yeah, but we did one in school, I remember, but I can't remember what we did. I can't remember. Hold on. I'm looking at the diagram. Hold on. I could show this on Google. Okay. Let me show this on Google. Okay. So this is what it looks like. So basically, when you open it, it's like, this is what you see. This is what you see. This is what we did. It's very interesting but complicated at the same time. Like, that's what we did. And it's, and like, yeah. I don't know how to explain it, but it's been a while since I did it. Oh, is marine biology your major? Yeah, it is. Yeah, I graduated with a marine biology degree, yeah. But yeah, this is what it looks like inside once you dissect it. But yeah, that's basically what it looks like. It was so complicated to do because the professor was like, y'all, make sure you, as much as you're dissecting them, make sure you show, like, don't be too crazy with it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, don't have, like, even though it's already dead, but don't have your, like, murderous intentions with the starfish. Like, don't be cutting off all its legs and appendages and all that stuff. Like, don't do all of that. They said just go in the middle and look to see whatever it is you want to do, and see what's going on in there. And I was like, oh. But so, yeah. But yeah, I did a dissection. Because I think we had to look at the, like, its stomach and all of that stuff. But that's basically, yeah, we did a dissection. But yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, starfishes are not fish, y'all. If you guys don't know. I don't know why they call them starfishes, even though they're not fish. I don't know why. Yeah, they live for a long time. Like approximately like 35 years. There's over 2,000 species of sea stars. Yeah, not all starfishes have 5 arms. There's some that have like 40, up to 40. Like, it's crazy. Some of them are, yeah. Some of them are crazy. Oh yes, I learned about them. They turn themselves inside out to eat. So, so what happens is when they come across like mollusks, I mean like, are shells, different kinds of clams, shells, and all that stuff. What they do is they suction it. So, for example, if the clam is closed, the sea star or starfish will come on top of it. They suction it, and then after that, their stomachs will just protrude out, and then they just grab onto it, and then they start dissolving it with their stomachs. Yeah. Yeah, so when they eat, their stomachs exit their mouths to digest the food and then re-enter the body when they finish eating. Yeah, so it's like a big suction tube. So they grab onto it with their tentacles. Oh my gosh, y'all. I can tell you, their tentacles are very strong. Like the little things that they're on the ends of their arm or their appendages, it's very, very, like, it's a lot of suction there. And they're very strong. It's like, what did I say? Yeah, it's very strong it's very strong. So when they grab onto the clams, they turn their stomachs inside out. It's crazy. There's actually like a video of showing them close up, like a close up of how it works. Crazy. But starfishes, I'll put in A. I like starfishes. Okay, manatees are next. Manatees are next. You know who has a really big suction? We're gonna get to them. Octopies. Octopies are a bit, yeah. We'll get to them. Okay, next is manatees. Manatees are not that interesting to me, but we'll hear some facts about them. I don't really know much about manatees, honestly. Think of like water elephants, because they do look like elephants. A little bit. Yeah. And look, the first fact. Manatees are mammals and they're closely relative to elephants. And I just talked about how they look like elephants. Manatees move at a relaxed speed of about 5 miles per hour. Another slow-moving animal. Manatees' brains are small, but they're highly intelligent. So manatees have been shown to perform just as well as dolphins when given specific tasks. Their thick skin contains a plethora of hairs called vibrissae that provide them with an exceptional sense of touch, which compensates for their lack of full color vision. Oh. Okay. So it's another motion detecting system that they have, or detection system. Manatees are very versatile swimmers. Despite clocking in at a hefty 9 to 10 feet long and weighing anywhere from 1,000 to 3,500 pounds, manatees are surprisingly agile. Okay. Wow, really? Manatees can swim vertically, upside down, barrel roll, and even do somersaults. Yeah, typically reserved for playtime. Yeah, I've seen them. What? Manatees were once thought to be mermaids? What? Okay, listen to this, y'all. In the 15th century, sea creatures like mermaids, krakens, and sea serpents were popular in common folklore. The first recorded spotting of a manatee in North America was by Christopher Columbus in 1492, who thought the manatee he saw was a mermaid. Manatee's biological grouping as Sirenians gets its name for the Greek mythology sirens, a popular type of mermaid that lured sailors through song. Okay. Very interesting. Wow. Very, very interesting. See, this is why these explorers sometimes... They must have been high on something. Like, what do you mean you saw a manatee, you thought they were mermaids? What makes you think manatees look like mermaids? Y'all must have been high or something. They don't look nothing like mermaids. I don't know if y'all can see it, but I don't see it. Like, what? Oh, y'all must have been smoking on some pack, bro. What? I'm looking at a picture of a manatee and I don't see it as a mermaid. Like, what? Bro, they just be saying anything. Okay. Okay, manatees are in... I'm putting B tier, bro. Actually, it's between B and C. I'll put B tier. Okay. Sea lions, sea lions, sea lions, sea lions. Oh my god! Bro, as soon as I search up sea lions, why is the first picture... Oh my gosh, I wish you guys could see it. It's a sea lion with its eyes bulged out and its tongue sticking out. What the heck? Okay. Oh, sea lions are another one that are aggressive, bro. They like to scrap too. Sea lions are not seals. Sea lions are not fur seals. Sea lions are social creatures. Yeah, they have a social hierarchy, and they're very social. Yeah, so sea lions are extremely social, living in colonies that can have thousands of members. Yeah, so I don't know if y'all seen like clips or videos of just a bunch of sea lions just plopping their bodies and just sunbathing on like a coastline or something. I think there was an incident in Florida or something when, I think it was Florida, where there was just a whole group of sea lions just decided to claim their territory. And I think it used to be at a very much heavy touristy spot, like a heavy tourist spot. And the sea lions were like, nah, we're taking over this place. And there was just a whole bunch of sea lions off the coast or off a beach or whatever. And yeah, they took over that spot. And it was a lot of them. A lot of sea lions were just there, just sunbathing. But yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if that's a whole colony. Like, those sea lions, they're very social, and once they claim a spot, and they would have thousands of their members in just one spot, just doing whatever. And that could be like a whole colony too, so yeah. Okay. Sea lions avoid one place. Sea lions have managed to establish themselves almost everywhere. See? I told you guys. Like, anything they see as a relaxing spot, they will claim it. And you guys can't move them. They will stay there until they feel like moving again. Yet a truly peculiar sea lion fact among our top 10 is their notable absence from the northern Atlantic. Sea lions can be found in the northern Pacific, all along the western coast of North America, extending to eastern Russia. And before the extinction of Japanese sea lions, in Japan of course, not forgetting the southwest of Australia, New Zealand, and the southern and western stretches of South America. Yep. However, despite having compatible temperatures and plenty of food, there are no sea lions in the northern Atlantic. The jury is still out on why this is. Oh. Oh wow, Northern Atlantic. When I think of Northern Atlantic, I think of like certain parts of Canada on the Atlantic side. So like Nova Scotia, PEI and stuff. So damn, there might not be, according to this fact, any sea lions in like along the coastlines of Nova Scotia. That's crazy, because that would be part of Northern Atlantic, and they don't know why. Could be. No, it can't be temperature. Because if they're in Eastern Russia, isn't Eastern Russia cold? I don't know. Oh. Oh, sea lions age like humans. So just like humans, sea lions become increasingly vulnerable to a wide range of health issues as they get older. Oh. I thought they would live long. Depending on the species, sea lions can reach 20 years of age in the wild. However, as they age, they can become susceptible to conditions like cancer, pneumonia, oh wow, and epilepsy. Oh. Sea lions may be cute, but they are born hunters. Sea lions like land and water. Sea lions are expert free divers. Yeah, I know that. Like, they love to dive when it comes to, especially getting their food. Yeah, they could dive for days. Okay, sea lions. I'll put them in B tier for now. I might move it around. Okay, the clownfish. The reason why I put that there because Finding Nemo, man. Finding Nemo. I had to put the clownfish there. And I love Finding Nemo. Finding Nemo is one of my favorite Disney movies. Like, my brother and I, we watched it together all the time. And yeah, when we were kids. And we have the DVD still. We still have the DVD. I hope we do. I hope we do. I hope my parents didn't throw it out. But yeah, we still have the DVD. There are 30 known species of clownfish. Clownfish live in the warm waters of sheltered reefs and shallow seas of the Pacific and Indian Oceans. During the winter, they will migrate to deeper water to stay warm. Schools of clownfish have a strict hierarchy with the most aggressive female at the top. Wow. All clownfish are born male. When the dominant female dies, the dominant male will turn itself into a female. Whoa! That's so cool! Wow! That's very cool. So they have two genders. That's so cool. Or they like, wow, that's so cool. So they could turn it to a female. That's so cool. Wow, I didn't know that. That's awesome, man. That's awesome. Not all anemones are clownfish friendly. There are over 1,000 anemone species, and only 10 of those can coexist with clownfish. Oh, they're interesting creatures. I'm putting them in A tier. What the heck? Clownfish communicate by making popping and clicking noises. That's so cool. Okay. Yeah, I'm putting them in A tier. Automatic A tier, bro. Emperor penguins. Emperor penguins. Sorry if I'm speed running through these guys, but like I still have a few more to go. That's so cool. Clownfish. Okay, emperor penguins. Yes, penguins are marine animals. They're marine birds, y'all. Some people don't don't know that, but yeah, they're marine animals. Okay, so a few facts. Emperor penguins are expert divers capable of diving to depths of over 1,850 feet. Swimming, they're skilled swimmers reaching speeds of up to 14.4 kilometers per hour. Sorry, I was about to say kilograms, y'all. Their black backs and white underbellies provide excellent camouflage in both the dark depths of the ocean and against the bright Antarctic sky. They have no nests, so they do not build nests. Instead, males incubate a single egg on their feet under a brood pouch. I'm thinking of happy feet whenever I think about that. I'm thinking of happy feet. Parental care. Bro, I might put this in A3 just because of happy feet, y'all. Both parents could take turns caring for the chick, with the male providing food after the egg hatches and the female returning to sea to feed. Near threatened. Oh, they're in the near threatened status? Emperor penguins are considered a near threatened species, but their population is potentially facing decline due to climate change and the shrinking of sea ice. Yeah. Makes sense. Yeah, they're known for their social huddling and warmth. And it's so cute when you see them huddle together with their young in the middle. It's so adorable. I'm putting them in A tier, sorry. Jellyfish. Okay. 5 interesting facts. Yeah. Okay, I know about this one. About 95% of jellyfish are water. Like, yeah. Like their whole bodies, not whole bodies, but 95% of their bodies make up water. Yeah, and they don't have a brain, a heart, or a lung. They're basically floating bags. Plastic bags. And let me not disrespect jellyfish like that, because they're very, very much, yeah, they're up there. I'm putting jellyfish already in S tier, because y'all would know the reason why. Like, their tentacles, y'all, deadly. They have very short lifespans. Yeah, they do. They don't last long. They have hydrostatic skeletons. So rather than a skeleton made up of bones, jellyfish have bells containing fluid and circular muscles. If they want to move, jellyfish can propel themselves along by contracting their muscles and squirting water in the opposite direction from where they want to go. Or to save themselves the effort of doing this, jellyfish could also simply drift along with the ocean's currents. They have a very short lifespan. Yeah. Okay, let me get to the stinging part. Let me get to this. Oh, what is showing sting? Ew. Oh my gosh. I just saw somebody who got stung by jellyfish, and that wound does not look good. Sorry. Oh my gosh. I want to learn more about their stingers. Why do they have to show that? Okay. So it's very interesting. It's like, when they sting you, they have these, yeah, it's these stinging cells that makes up the stinging of the jellyfish. So, on their, like, tentacles. So it's not their tentacles itself that do the stinging. It's more so of the cells on the tentacles that make the stinging. It's called, yeah, syndocytes. Yeah. So what happens is, yeah. So when an outside force triggers a stinger, the cell opens, letting ocean water rush in. This causes the stinger to shoot out into what triggered the action. Once it's there, venom is released. All of this happens within a millionth of a second. Though the venom of most jellyfish is not harmful, some can be deadly. For example, the Indo-Pacific box jellyfish or sea wasp releases venom that makes the heart contract. There is an antidote, but the poison acts fast, so someone who is stung must seek medical attention immediately. Yeah, don't play about jellyfish stings. I think there are ways. I think we were taught in school there are ways where you could mitigate, or like after you get stung, there are ways you could do to help treat it, but they mostly advise you to seek medical attention immediately. But there's a way you could do it. I can't remember. I think you have to put a certain liquid on your body or something like that. Don't put water, y'all. Some people like to put water. Don't put water on a jellyfish sting. You're only gonna make it worse. Yeah, so what happens is like, it's like a mini stinger. So once you get sting, it forces, like, it basically opens up the cell when as soon as you sting, and then it hits whatever whatever it's stinging to. And then that's what leads to you getting stung. It's like a cell. It's just basically a barbed wire cell. Like, it opens up. As soon as you get sting, the cell opens up and then it hits your skin. It's very, yeah. Think of it like a harpoon kind of gun or whatever. Okay. I'm just searching on what not to do. Oh yes. Yeah, it says rinse the area with seawater. Yeah, not fresh water. So you could use seawater, but not fresh water. Yeah. So not like, don't put it on like regular water that you come across. Just put it, like, use seawater, because what it does is like it basically takes out all the remaining venom and tentacles that like might be still attached or embedded into your skin, basically. Oh wait, I didn't know that. I thought I was taught not to put water. It says you can use hot water, but it has to be as hot as you could tolerate without scalding. So basically without burning yourself. I swear I was told in school not to use water. Well, they said hot water, but I was right with regular water. But anyways, yeah, jellyfish is S tier. Okay, hermit crabs are next. Hermit crabs. I said hermit. I think I said hermit. My bad. Hermit crabs. Okay, hermit crabs. Another crustacean. Okay, so hermit crabs travel in colonies. Hermit crabs can live for more than 30 years in the wild. They're taken from the wild en masse for the wild pet trade. They could slowly die of suffocation. Whoa. What? I don't know much about crabs, y'all. I don't know much. Yeah, hermit crabs can molt. Yes, of course. They can basically shed their skin like snakes. Yeah, going back to they could slowly suffocate and die. Hermit crabs' modified gills require high humidity in order to breathe, and since many people don't know how to properly care for these animals, many hermit crabs slowly die from suffocation. They might seem to be acting normally, but they're slowly and painfully dying. Oh, okay. This is in the context of if you have a hermit crab as a pet, not if they're in the wild. Oh. Okay, okay. I thought there was some like not trick, but like something that has to do with the environment. Well, it is, but like in the wild I'm talking about. Like something happened in the wild for them to suffocate and die. But it's just about like if you have it as a pet. Oh, that's crazy. Yeah. Y'all don't buy hermit crabs if you don't know how to take care of them, honestly. Like don't do that. Don't do that. Okay, hermit crabs. I don't really care about them. They're in sea, bro. I don't really care much about that. Crustaceans, I don't really care about. I don't really care much about crustaceans, honestly. I honestly don't care. I honestly don't care. Okay. Okay, sea turtles, my favorite! We're finally on the sea turtles. My favorite animals. Y'all don't know. They're one of my favorite animals. I love them so much. I actually did a project in middle school about sea turtles. I think we had to choose like a animal to do research and stuff and like a project on, and I chose the sea turtle. Unfortunately they're endangered, y'all. They're endangered. Oh, I thought I didn't write any of them down. Okay. So yeah, so sea turtles are marine reptiles adapted to ocean life with streamlined bodies and flippers. Yeah. So y'all, yeah. What makes the difference between a regular turtle on land and then a turtle in the water? Flippers. Land turtles don't have flippers. So their shells consist of an upper part, a carapace, and a lower section, a plastron, covered in hard scales, scutes in most species. Yeah. Their beaks instead of teeth. Yeah, so they don't have teeth, y'all. Sea turtles don't have teeth. Or they lack teeth. But they have modified beaks, adapted to their diets, sensory adaptations. They have a very good vision underwater but are nearsighted out of water. Excellent hearing at low frequencies and a keen sense of smell. Land-based reproduction. Oh, one day I kind of want to do like a sea turtle volunteer program and just do I think they like every year in certain seasons they would do they would watch over eggs, because you know sometimes they're very they're very like sea turtle eggs are very vulnerable to other prey like birds and stuff, and I think like the volunteer programs that they do, they basically watch over the eggs, they do like research and all that stuff, and they actually get a chance to actually watch the sea turtles hatch and let the baby sea turtles try to crawl their way into the ocean. So cute. So cute. But yeah, once they hatch, they're also vulnerable to prey. So yeah, sometimes birds just scoop up sea turtles and yeah, take them. It's sad, but yeah, that's just the way of life, I guess. So yeah, so despite their aquatic lifestyle, female sea turtles must come ashore to lay their eggs in sandy beaches. Yeah. Migration. Many sea turtle species undertake long migrations between feeding grounds and nesting beaches. Yep. Interesting thing about their migration. They actually, I learned about this. Yeah, they migrate for a long, not like a long distance. Yeah. Yeah, also too, they sea turtles also use magnetic cues to go back to the beach where they first resided in. So, or what they call natal beaches. So they use these magnetic cues to navigate back to their beaches where they hatch to breed as adults. Yeah. But yeah, sea turtles, I'm putting that S tier, of course. They're my favorites. Sorry, I'm biased, but I have to. Okay, seahorse, 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 seahorse. Okay, we're skimming them by. We're skimming them by. Seahorse facts. Okay, this is where I wrote it down. Okay, so sea turtles. So, sea turtles are tiny fish that are named for the shape of their head, which is a horse, of course. That's why they're called sea turtles. Seahorses, sorry. That's sea turtles, sorry. To move up and down, they adjust the volume of air in a tiny pocket inside their body called a swim bladder. Seahorses are monogamous, meaning that they often stay with their partner for life until death. It always it allows more reproductive success once when they stay with their partners for life. Yeah, because there's some animals that are monogamous, some are polyamorous, meaning that they have more than one partner. But specifically for seahorses, they're with their partners until they die. Till the day they die. Okay, so I'm sure y'all know that male seahorses carry the babies. So basically how it works is, so what happens is the female will transfer her eggs into the male's brood pouch, and then they carry the babies during reproduction cycle, basically. So that's basically how male seahorses get pregnant, basically. Which is pretty interesting. Very, very interesting. And they eat by suction. So you see how sea turtles, they have this snout. Yeah, that's how they eat. They use the suction from their snout. Basically eat their food. That's basically it. But yeah. Seahorses. Where should I put seahorses? Seahorses. Play A tier. I like seahorses. They're very interesting creatures. Okay, next is the whale sharks. Whale sharks. Okay, I wrote that down too. I wrote down for whale sharks. They are the largest sharks. They're very huge. Oh, welcome back for the ads, y'all. Welcome back. Oh my gosh, my nose is running. Sorry. Not me being my nose on camera. Sorry about that. Okay, yeah, they're the largest sharks. They feed on plankton and travel large distances to find enough food to sustain their huge size. Yeah, they eat a lot. They're another animal that eat a lot just because of their size. So females give birth to live young, but it's never been observed, which I found was pretty interesting when I learned about them. I'm like, y'all have never seen female whale sharks give birth? I'm like, very interesting. They probably like their privacy though, so I kind of understand probably why. Maybe they give birth in a more private area that other people don't want to see, like scientists and just people in general and all that stuff. They probably like to keep it private. I mean, yeah, because I would think that women, not women, female whale sharks, not women. Women are human beings. Female whale sharks are very vulnerable when they're in the process of giving birth and stuff, especially by predators and stuff. And I feel like they would want to have a very private part in their life where they're giving birth, and I don't think they want people to see their business. That's what I assume. That's why I assume the reason why that scientists have never observed a female giving birth to their young. They want some privacy, which I totally understand. They want their privacy. That's what I assume. But anyways, they're endangered, of course, like all other marine animals on this planet. They're filter feeders. Yes, they are. They're filter feeders, y'all. So they don't chew. They filter out their food. They filter out their food. And they're not whales, y'all. They're not whales. They are not whales. So yeah, that's basically it about whale sharks that I have facts about. So whale shark should be I'll put them in A tier. Okay. And octopi. Okay. Octopi are gonna be S tier, and here's why, y'all. They are amazing. The way they get around to hunting and just eating, very interesting. And their anatomy. So they have 3 hearts. Octopuses have 3 hearts. So 2 of the hearts work exclusively to move blood past the animal's gills, where it releases carbon dioxide and gains oxygen, like a heart should. Then the 3rd heart circulates the oxygen-rich blood to the organs and muscles, giving them energy. But the latter heart actively stops beating when the octopus swims, explaining the species' penchant for crawling rather than swimming, which exhausts them. Oh. But that's why they're always on the ground. Because, that may, wow, I did not know that. Okay, I don't really care about these ones. So octopus's arms have a mind of their own. So 2/3 of an octopus's neurons reside in its arms, not its head. As a result, some of the arms can figure out how to crack open a shellfish, while the rest of the animal is busy doing something else. Yeah, they're very much known as multitaskers. they're multitaskers just because of their arms, the amount of arms they have. How to crack open a shellfish while the rest of the animal is busy doing something else, like checking out a cave for more edible goodies. Octopus tentacles can even react after they've been completely severed from a dead animal. Oh. Wow. So in one experiment, amputated tentacles jerked and curled up when researchers pinched them. Yeah, they're very sensitive. Even if they're detached from the body. So yeah, their ink, crazy defense mechanism. Crazy defense mechanism, bro. So the ink also physically harms enemies. It contains a compound called tricyanases, which in humans helps to control the production of the natural pigment melanin. But when sprayed in a predator's eyes, tyrosinase causes irritation. It also garbles creatures' senses of smell and taste. Wait, octopuses have blue blood too? To survive in the deep ocean, octopus's blood is powered by a copper contain. Oh, they have the same type as a horseshoe crab. Unfortunately, octopus's blood also causes them to be extremely sensitive to changes in acidity. If the surrounding water's pH dips too low, the animals can't circulate enough oxygen to survive. Oh. Yeah, that could affect climate change. That could affect them with climate change. Yeah, that's crazy. So, yeah, accordingly, researchers worry about what will happen to octopuses as climate change increases the ocean's acidity. Exactly. Oh, shit. Oh, yeah, octopuses can build their own homes as well. Oh, let's hear about their tentacles as well. Yeah, because they're very fascinating creatures. Yeah, so octopuses have 8 arms, not tentacles. Yeah, arms, not tentacles. Yeah, tentacles are different. Yeah, because sometimes they get mixed up with squids and cuttlefish. Because squids and cuttlefishes have tentacles, but octopuses just have arms, not tentacles. And they have suckers on each tentacle, like covered in suckers, and they're very strong, allowing them to grasp, manipulate objects, and even taste and smell what they touch. Yeah, I don't know if you guys ever seen clips of like a diver or divers getting like caught by octopus. Yeah, I think hard. The way they were trying to pull off the octopus off of them, yeah, it's very, very hard. They grasp on tight. But anyways, yeah. I'll put an S tier. Okay, blue tankfish, Dory. Okay, facts. Okay, so blue tanks may look relatively harmless, but when endangered, they can raise a pair of razor-sharp venomous spines on either side of their tails. Oh! Oh yeah, they don't play. Yeah, Dory seems like Dory was nice in the movie, but I bet you, like, if you mess with Dory, yeah, you'll definitely get caught in its sharp spine. Ooh, also the flesh of the blue tang is poisonous. Ooh. Okay. Yeah. I'm playing this A tier. Okay, last but not least, the blue whale. Blue whale. Blue whale facts. Okay. Very interesting creatures. I'll put them in... I just love whales. S tier, sorry. Well, sorry, not sorry. Because it's my tier list. It's my tier list. Okay. So 10 incredible facts about whales. So the blue whale is the largest animal to ever exist and could grow up to 100 feet or 30 meters and weigh as much as 200 tons. Wow. They're very huge. Blue whales are also the loudest animals on Earth. Okay, blue whales are amazing communicators, and the way they make sounds, it sounds very majestic in my opinion. I don't know about y'all, but it sounds very majestic to me. But yeah, they're the loudest animals on Earth with a song that can reach 188 decibels, which sounds like a lot, which is louder than a jet engine and can be heard hundreds of miles away. Oh yeah, a blue whale's heart is very big, about 400 pounds. 400 pounds! What else? What else? Bro, their tongues are huge too. It could weigh up to 90 tons. Oh no. Their tongues weighs as much as an elephant and could hold up to 90 tons of water and krill in their mouth. Yeah, so they are baleen whales. So meaning that they have baleen plates inside of their teeth and filter krill from the water. So yeah, that's how they eat. I also think they sleep upside, like they sleep upward. I think those are the species of whales where they sleep upwards. Yeah, like their sleeping position is literally upwards. Yeah, so resting quietly in the water either horizontally or vertically, or sleeping while slowly swimming next to another member of their pod or in small groups. Yeah, they sleep. Yeah. I don't know if y'all see pictures of them, the way they're sleeping or the way they're like, their position is very interesting. Let's hear about their young. Yeah, so yeah, whale pregnancies last about 1 year, with the calves typically born in December to February in low latitudes. Yeah. But yeah, I'm putting them in. They're very much social creatures, and the way they sing, very beautiful and majestic to me. I'll put them in S tier, but okay, that is it. These are like duplicates. Cause this is a sea cucumber too, but I don't know why. I don't know why I put that in there. And killer whales is already here, so but okay, my list looks pretty good. Let me see if I need to change or anything. I don't think I need to change anything. Do y'all like this list? I like this list. I feel like it's a fair list. I feel like it's a fair list. But that's it, y'all. Okay. This was fun. I like doing this. This is so much fun, y'all. This is fun. I'm definitely doing this again, but with a different theme, of course. But yeah, this is super fun. Super duper fun. I like this. Okay. So that is it, y'all. Oh, it's 2 hours. In 2 hours, 31 minutes. Crazy. Crazy. But it was fun. I enjoy doing this. And especially doing this with like something that I love to do. Something that I'm interested in. Very much enjoyable stream. W stream, y'all. W stream. I want to thank you guys so much for lurking, chatting with me on both my channels. I really do appreciate y'all so much. We're definitely going to do this again. Maybe maybe a week before I do my next tier list stream, I'll put up a poll with some topics or themes or whatever. What we could do our next tier list. I have a few in mind, but I want to hear y'all's opinion. So I'll put up a poll on both my socials. I think, or 3 of my socials. I'll post a poll on my Twitter page, YouTube page, and Instagram page. So I'm gonna do that. Like maybe a week before my next tier list stream, so I could see what I should do next. So yeah, let me switch back. But this is a nice tier list stream. Really enjoy doing that. I really enjoy this. Maybe I could download it. I'll download the image. I'll download it. There we go. So I don't forget. I'll probably post it on my socials. But yeah, okay. I'm gonna switch over. Okay, but this is fun, y'all. I really do appreciate everyone that stopped by. We're gonna find somebody to raid out on Twitch, but I appreciate you guys so much. This was very fun to do, and yeah, so we're definitely doing it again with a different topic in mind. But yeah, okay, I'm gonna find somebody to raid out to, and then I'm gonna call it a stream, guys. So stick around for the raid. I'm trying to figure out who I should raid out to. Oh, let's raid to I haven't raided out to this person yet. I'll raid out to them. Okay. But okay. Wait, I was gonna say something. Yeah, I have a couple announcements. Oh my gosh, yes. I was about to say have a great day and great night, but I forgot. I have a couple announcements. Okay, so tomorrow is co-working, right? Thursday is gonna be Lake. I really want to finish the game Lake, y'all, so that I can move on to the next cozy game. I finished Locomotive, though, which I'm so happy about. Now I can move on to another cozy game. But yes, Lake is happening on Thursday. And then maybe the weekend I'll stream again. I kind of want to continue with Infinity Nikki over the weekend, but I'm not too sure yet. It depends on what's happening on the weekend for me. But yes, next week we're going to be starting a whole new horror game as part of the Horror Game Adventure series. I have a game in mind that's on my list, and I'm very, very much excited about that game, which is pretty interesting. And yeah, that's basically about it. That's it with the announcements. Oh, regarding the Discord, Discord is still under construction, y'all. I'm still working on the Discord. I'm trying to figure out how to do this roles thing. I'm looking up different videos and different, like, asking different people and stuff like that. So, bear with me. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know when my Discord server will be up, but I'll let you guys know as soon as possible. But for right now, it's up in the air. But yeah, that's basically it for all the announcements. And yeah, so once again, guys, thank you so much. Have a great night, a great day, wherever you are. Happy time zone. And I'll see you guys tomorrow for co-working. Usually I do it like after I come back from sewing. So, check out my social pages and I'll let you guys know when that stream's gonna happen. So, I'm gonna raid out now. And, oh yeah, copy this raid message, y'all. Copy this raid message over on Twitch. Copy the raid. Raid. And yeah, we're gonna raid out. Hold on. Let me see if I spelled the name right. Because sometimes. Okay. Did it work? It didn't work. What the heck? It didn't work. Okay, let me do this on my phone. For some reason, it didn't work. I just want to make sure I got the ring. I don't think I spelled the name wrong. Okay, hold on. Let me do this again. Raid. Okay. Oh. Yeah, I spelled the name. See, this is why it's so important to spell the name correctly. This is why it's so important. I spelled the name wrong. Okay. There we go. Okay, y'all. I'll see you guys tomorrow.